Hello. My name is Katie Harris. I'm going to talk about oils and kids today, which is near and dear to my heart. We'll see if anyone hops on, but I'll introduce myself. I've been using oils for almost 10 years. I bought them when my first baby was almost 9 months old. I got them for me. I was having trouble sleeping because he wasn't sleeping. And I had a lot of neck and shoulder pain just from prior things. Car accident, I did hair, then having a baby and holding and nursing and carrying and all the things, it just builds up. So anyways, that's why I got oils, but I very quickly started using them on him and realized just how incredible oils are for kids. And so since he's 10 now, so ever since he was 9 months old, we have used oils on him. We've had 2 more babies and used oils since they were born. So I'll tell you a little bit of my story with that. And ultimately, what I want you to get out of this video is just a confidence in knowing that you can use oils safely with your babies, kiddos, older kids, because I've been through it. So oils, Young Living specifically, are very, very, very safe. They're completely pure plant essence. Some of them have a carrier oil to dilute them, especially the kids' oils that Young Living carries are diluted. You can dilute them. You can use them topically. So when we dilute them, we use a fractionated coconut oil for the kids, or we use Young Living's V6 oil. Because it's easy, and you can make a roller, you can mix it in the palm of your hand. Sometimes if my kiddos have like a respiratory thing that I'm putting it on their chest a lot, I just use like a tiny bowl and I'll mix it with solid coconut oil and oils and whatever mixture I make. That way I can like use the bowl throughout the day to apply it on their chest and back. We diffuse oils in their room every night. It not only helps them sleep, but it also helps their immune systems while they're sleeping. And then sometimes, now that my boys are older, they'll take oils internally. So I can make them a capsule and they'll swallow that. And sometimes we'll do that. But most of the time we're using them topically or diffusing. And we pretty much use oils every single day in our house on our kids. So that's kind of an intro to using how to use them. So mostly we diffuse and use topically. We do dilute them most of the time. My 10-year-old is very comfortable, and we know that his skin isn't sensitive to oils, and so sometimes he'll use them undiluted. But most of the time we dilute because it's just easier. So we'll do like 50-50 ratio, like 3 drops of oil and 3 drops of carrier or something like that. Or like in a roller, I'll do half and half. Makes your oils last longer, and it also helps them absorb slower into the skin. And so it's kind of a win-win. Okay, so let me tell you some of my favorite rollers. I'm not a huge roller person. I don't have a bunch of them, but a few of them that we use all the time. One is an immunity roller. So I mix it up differently every time, but it always has thieves in it. It always has lemon, and it always has frankincense. Those are my go-tos for immunity. We roll it on their feet, like on the arch of their foot, or on their spine. And my kids know in the mornings, like lift up your shirt, they lift their shirt up and I roll it on their backs. When they were babies, I used to do it on their feet, and it was so cute. I have so many pictures of them laying on their changing table, sticking their feet up because they know they like the oils. They know that it makes them feel better. So we make an immunity roller. Sometimes, depending on the season or whatever, we'll throw oregano or RC, or ImmuPower is a really awesome one that sometimes we'll put in there, or Exodus 2. So those are some of my favorites for the immunity roller. Another roller that I keep on hand is an allergy roller. So the go-to for that, and this is one of the first things that helped my son when he was a baby, lemon, lavender, and peppermint. And so when he was a baby, like I said, I bought oils when he was 9 months old. I didn't get them for him, but once I got into a group like this and started realizing how much I could use oils for, I decided to try it because he had a chest cold for like 5 months at that point, and our pediatrician kept saying, oh, it's normal. He's just picking up everything going around. It's okay. It's nothing to worry about. Well, I didn't like that answer. I didn't like that my baby had, snot and a cough for 5 months when he's only 9 months old. And so I decided to mix him up a roller for allergies. So I left peppermint out because I was brand new to oils. I wasn't sure how that worked with babies. Now I would feel totally comfortable using it on a 9-month-old. But at the time I just did lemon, lavender, and then I put a couple of drops of RC. That stands for respiratory care. And it's an incredible blend of a couple of eucalyptus varieties, lemon, rosemary. So I just did a couple drops of each and then filled it. So it was like very diluted, and started putting it on his feet every morning. His cold went away. So we love allergy rollers in this house. So I keep one of those on hand, especially this time of year. We live in Tennessee and everything is blooming and we're all sneezy, itchy, all the things. So that is a great combo. Young Living just came out last week with a brand new oil. I thought I had it right here, but I don't. It's called Seasons Essentials, and that is their allergy mixture of lemon, lavender, peppermint. They added eucalyptus blue and goldenrod to it, and we've been diffusing that nonstop the last week and a half since we got it, and it has been so helpful too. So you could also just put that in a roller and use that, or I love to put it in the diffuser because it's already pre-mixed. So those are my 2 standard rollers that I don't. The third one is a tummy roller. So, Young Living does have a kid's oil called Tummy Dries. It's pre-diluted. However, my kid's skin does not like that. So we just use diluted Di-Dries. And I like to put it in a roller with a little bit of peppermint, and then they can roll it on their belly buttons, around their belly buttons, if they have a tummy ache, or on their feet or things like that. So those are our kind of 3 rollers that I keep on hand. I don't do a lot of other rollers for them, because they get lost or they just use them up. And so anyways, that's just easy for me. So those are immunity, allergy, tummy. And all of those oils don't have to be in a roller. You can diffuse them, or you can mix it up every time you use it and put it on your kid's feet or back. But anyways, okay. So for sleep, this is another way that my life was changed. My son didn't sleep through the night until he was 15 months old. And what did that for us was Gentle Baby. So that will forever be one of my favorite oils. We still use it to this day at night. We diffuse it in his room. A couple other of my favorites are the Sleepy Eyes oil, which is the kids' sleep oil, cedarwood, lavender, and frankincense. So any combination of those, I will throw in their diffusers. I don't do the same thing every night. I just use sleep oils, and I know that they're working their magic overnight. The frankincense kind of is a double whammy because it also helps their immune system. If it's fall or spring and we're dealing with the sneezing and snotty and all the germs going around school, I'll add thieves or RC if they're coughing or have runny noses. So you really can be flexible and put whatever you want in their diffusers. For a small baby, like when my second baby was born, I started diffusing oils maybe when he was a couple weeks old, and I would just do 1 drop of Gentle Baby and 1 drop of frankincense in his diffuser for his room. And it was just like a really peaceful smell, and I think it helped him sleep. He's my best sleeper still. And now my boys share a bigger room in our home, and I'll do about 7 drops in their diffuser because they're older and their room is bigger. But I don't want it to be an overwhelming smell when they're sleeping. Downstairs, like when I was saying I diffuse that allergy oil, I diffuse like 12 drops because I want it to be really strong, because we need as much as we can get of that oil. Another thing I'll add about for stomach stuff, my kids struggle a lot with their tummies, and so this is something that we deal with a lot. Like I said, we use diluted Di-Dries. Tummy Dries is a really also good option. I like it for myself. It's the kids' tummy oil, but one thing that has really made a difference is the kids' enzymes. So enzymes are an incredible thing that help your body break down food. Young Living sells lots of enzymes, which we could do an entire class on, but the kids one is called Mighty Zymes, and it's a chewable. It tastes like peppermint. It's like a little chewable vitamin, and they just take it right before they eat. And that has made such a difference for my kids' stomachs. It also will make a difference if your kid deals with constipation. Those enzymes can help so much. It also can help with emotions and moods because a lot of that is stored in your gut. And so if you have a healthy digestion, it can really help with the mind. And so I recommend everyone takes enzymes always, but especially kiddos because they just need help. They just need our help. So anyways, okay, next is owies. So one of the things I always keep with me, I don't keep a lot of oils with me all the time. One of the ones I always keep with me is peppermint because that'll work for any kind of stomach ache. Another one is Valor for me because I get really worked up and things just seem to happen to me. Like literally 20 minutes ago, I was picking up a grocery order on my way to come do this video and I backed into a post in the Kroger parking lot and broke my tail light. I got really upset and cried. But then I put Valor on and I was like, it's going to be okay. I can take a deep breath. We're going to move forward from this, my poor car, but it's okay. Things could be way worse. So anyways, I always have Valor with me. The other thing I always have with me always is Owie oil. This oil, I wish they sold it by the gallon. It is magical. So it's a blend, which I don't have the exact ingredients of what's in it, but it's all things that are really good for owie. So anytime someone skins their knee or gets a bug bite or pinches their finger in something or whatever happens, if you have kids, owie, it not only like stops the bleeding if something's bleeding, but it also like really helps take away the pain and prevent bruising. So that's one that I always keep with me. Another great one to have on hand for that is helichrysum, which is specifically for stopping bleeding and skin regeneration. And then geranium, which we call poor man's helichrysum. It actually does the same thing and it's way less expensive. So I try to keep those with me. We're packing for a trip and those are on my list that have to come with us because basically all the oils I just talked about are exactly what I'm bringing. Frankincense, RC, diazide, peppermint, owie, geranium, because those are the ones that we just can't be without, So anyways, teething is something I want to talk about, even though we're not dealing with that anymore. We're pulling out teeth now. But one of the things that we went through so much when my kids were little and they were teething is copaiba oil. So it is a natural numbing agent, but it's very, very, very gentle. And it coagulant. Thank you. That's the word. Copaiba takes away teething pain. So I'll put a drop on my finger and rub it right on my kids' gums. Babies when they were babies. And it helps the pain so much. I can attest to this because I had braces a couple of years ago and I would slather copaiba all over my gums and it helped so much so actually for older kids, you can use copaiba for braces pain. The other thing you can do is thieves. So thieves is really spicy. It has cinnamon and clove in it. So it really numbs, but sometimes I would take coconut oil and dilute thieves in it and put it on my gums. And that helped a lot. And sometimes I do that with my kids. Like if they really weren't calming down and I knew it was a tooth trying to pop through, that helps numb it a little bit more. Cause like I said, copaiba is so gentle, but for the most part, copaiba does work. So, and like your kids, if you start using, they'll start opening their mouths for it because they know it makes them feel better. And then, you're not giving them anything that has any other side effects. It's perfectly safe and will just help them. Okay. Teething, oils I carry with me, rollers, sleep, immunity. I think we went over everything. Again, dilute them when you're first starting, and to make sure that your kid's skin isn't sensitive. Like I said, we found out that like my kid's skin doesn't like tummy dry, so we just don't really use that. I use it on myself. It's fine, but that's okay because there's diazides. There's oils for everything. The other thing, which I meant to grab, is Young Living sells a little kids collection of rollers or just the oils that aren't the roller. That is if you haven't started using oils on your kids, just grab that. It's so easy because then you basically have an oil for everything and it's pre-diluted and like it takes the guesswork out of it. Once you start using oils more, and you'll find little, other ones that you like to use, like some of the ones that I just named. But that little collection is perfect for getting started. Another thing I will talk about is focus. So we homeschool, and one of the things that really helps us is to diffuse oils while we're doing school. And then one of my kids takes an oil to school with him too, to help him focus. So a great blend for that is cedarwood, vetiver, and lavender. That's a great blend for focus. But in the kids' collection, there's an oil called Genius, which is cute. Geneywus, Genius. And that really helps with focus. So we diffuse that one in Kid Power, which is like a kid's Valor. It smells like a creamsicle. It's delicious. We diffuse that in our schoolroom when my kids are doing school, and then they take Genius to school with them, and they can just roll it on their wrist or roll it on their throat if they want to smell it more, and they notice that it really makes a difference, so that's why they take it with them. So anyways, your kids will start to notice they like the effects of oils, just like we as mamas like how it makes us feel. They'll notice that they like how it makes them feel. So don't be nervous to use oil on your kids. It's one of the best things you can do for them. Like I said, I've been using oils for 10 years, and we have just seen like such an improvement in how we're able to treat our family and keep ourselves healthy and recover from things. So anyways, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm always here to answer. Thanks.